in action. Love a little Sunday session. Just checking in. Okay, cool. I can see. Strange. I can't see you all logged in like usual, but I can see that you're here. So, yeah. I don't know why my screen's showing it differently, but good morning, everybody. I can't wait for a nice stretch with you all. So beautiful. Let's get ourselves into that beautiful child's pose. We're going to start there today. And just a really nice stretch to get into those like stress points. So that's kind of my focus today. We're going to work into the backs of the legs. We're going to spend some time getting into the shoulders, the back body, just to kind of get rid of any sort of stress and tightness that we're holding. And that's kind of the aim in terms of the body. And in terms of the mind, that's up to you to see what you feel. We'll do whole body, obviously, but with a little tiny little extra in those hammies and those shoulders. So let's lay down into your child's pose. You find the child's pose that suits you. So whether you have the knees kind of hip distance, maybe you take the knees a little bit wider and take it a little bit deeper. You just choose where you want to be. And yeah, get yourself into a beautiful little zone. I love it. Absolutely love it. Really, really honored to be here with you guys today. Spend my Sunday mornings with you, nothing better. So honestly, I really mean that. As you sink into your child's pose, just begin to find what feels good to you. Noticing the body, noticing what feels tight, what feels good. Feeling that little bit of feeling of stopping, a little bit of stillness. Definitely noticed my body so much tighter this season, albeit, has been quite mild in the UK. We're still kind of dipping in of like warmer weather to colder weather, and it does make a difference on our body. So just checking in, where's that tightness today? Do you feel here in your child's pose? I think it's a lovely little starting point, kind of bowing down in gratitude, finding this lovely position, connecting with the mat, and really feeling out in the body kind of what is it that you need. Sometimes you feel it in the back body, sometimes we feel it in the knees. You're taking those knees a little bit wider already. I often choose in my very first one somewhere in the middle of that deep hip work, and somewhere a little bit more soft, the knees hip distance. It's just finding what you need to start, where you want to be, as you kind of begin to soften into this lovely pose. Just allow yourself to melt. Let's take our first deep breath in. And exhale, let it go whatever way. Mouth open, mouth closed, you choose. Just let yourself sink. Breathing in again a little bit slower. And exhale. As you took that breath, is there anywhere you felt filled? I quite like that feeling of the belly filling. You can feel the breath traveling a little bit deeper in this position than sometimes on our back or sitting upright. Seeing again as you breathe in, just take it really slow, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling. Let it go. Amazing. Maybe with those eyes closed, checking in. What is it that you need from the practice today? What is it that will feel good as you move and flow this morning? Just begin to soften and settle. Relax. Bringing yourself into this position. What do you need in mind? What do you need in body? What brings you to the mat this morning? There's no real reason. It's just because this feels good. That is good enough. Just move and flow and find through the practice where you might want to release. Soak up that bit of magic with you today. Beautiful. We're going to start by potentially seeing where you're at. So if your forehead is absolutely fine, if it's on the stacked fists, you might have your tailbone a bit more lifted. If your forehead's a bit further down, just see if you can rock the head a little bit. And you find maybe if the forehead meets the floor, can you feel that little release? Imagining you're kind of just pushing into the forehead, that space between the eyebrows, inhaling and exhaling out. Just feel that little bit of softness. Connecting a little bit with your third eye, that space of intuition and guidance, and just trusting it. Breathing in, let the belly fill, and breathing out. And if there's any intention you want to set today, maybe set that now. There's something you need from today's movement. And then when you're ready, we're just going to push the body up, walk the hands slightly forward, lift up, and then just begin to bring the knees in so that they're hip distance if you took them a little bit further. On tap, we're going to sink back down, walk your hands over towards the right. Taking a nice side body stretch. See how it feels today. It's your first one. I'll face you for this one. We're going to reach over and just let that tailbone sink back. Let the hips sink back as you reach over. And we don't want any tightness in the neck. Just let the neck soften. You can have a chin or an ear relaxing on an arm. Maybe bringing that left hand on top. And breathe in. And as you take the breath, you might feel a little bit more work across that lower back into the side body. If it feels too intense, just remember you're in control. Bring the hands a little bit more further in front. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. Coming back to center. Reaching forward and then over towards the other side. Good. Reaching out. Good. That tailbone sinking down, the arms out. Make sure the neck finds a nice happy place. If you like to bring the right hand on top of the left, you can. It's up to you. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Feeling that whole side body. Getting the breath that it needs. Amazing. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, reaching forward. I'm going to go one more time over, reach and sink back. See if you can really push back into that tailbone. Reach into the side, walking back to center, and a little bit quicker this time over. Reaching long, sinking back, feel that stretch. I can even feel it in the armpit all the way up and across. Depends on your body today. Just noticing what you need from coming back to center. And then from here, we're just going to peel the body up to that lovely tabletop position. Good. And find that place in the mat that feels comfortable for you. Lovely. We're going to take a few little cat and cow. Remember, it's the start of our class. So this cat and cow is our little warm up. Take it like that. I want you to feel it out. If there's somewhere you want to stop and stay in it, please do so. Use it just to wake up where you are at. What's the spine feeling like? So we're going to tuck under the pelvis. Really push into the hands. Find your cat pose. Really pulling across those shoulder blades. Noticing the neck. Oh, I'm feeling a little snug this morning. A little tight. Just holding this lovely pose. Working here. Inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to work that belly down. Let the belly drop. In the chest, looking forward, tailbone lifts, beautiful. Drop those shoulders down. Amazing. Inhale and exhale. Good. How are you today? Remembering that if there's any pain at all in the hands, just come up onto those fists. Just choose what you need as you move. Practice is yours. Good. Let's release. Oh, do you feel that? Any tightness in that lower back? Is it just feeling good? Notice if we're sinking into those shoulders, find that length. Inhale. I'm going to tuck under and find that cat. Again, good. Especially when we've not done too much movement at all. Cat and cow poses are so healthy. These are such good stretches to do in the morning on your own. A little flow. You know, you can come to child's pose, move left to right, taking that side body stretch, and then getting into the spine with cat and cow. Making it maybe something that you do sometimes if you just think, oh, my body needs a stretch. You don't want to wait till one of our classes. You can always log on to the YouTubes, but also breathing in and breathing out. You know the movement. The yoga is yours forever, whether you log in or not. Inhale. Dip that belly down, draw the shoulders down. Feel that one. Chest drop. Good. Soften in the forehead. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Really work the tailbone. Let that belly dip. Shoulders drawing down. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. So we draw in from our core to find that nice flat back. You could notice we don't have anything going on in the hips. We draw in, flat back. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to extend the right toes. We're going to wiggle them over towards the left-hand side. Good. So that we make that little bit of an arch. We're going to look towards that back foot. Good. So making a little C shape with the body. We're aiming for a little C shape there. Just getting a little bit of a twist. Find a little breath here. Good. So you've got that right foot over towards the left-hand side. You're looking towards the left-hand side at your ankle. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Beautiful. Let's wiggle that foot back in line. Let's work the heel into the ground. Little stretch into the back of the leg. Inhale, lifting up, bending in the knee, and slowly bring it down. Good. Inhale, we're going to extend the left toes. Wiggle them over towards the right hand side. Good. You might already feel it. See if you can look back. Notice if one side feels tighter than the other. Maybe it feels fine today. Just breathe. Little subtle ways just to get into that lower back, the side body. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back with that lovely toe, pushing into that heel, a little push into the toes, a little work into that heel. Inhale, let's bend the knee, draw it. Good. Inhale, we're going to extend that right leg. We're going to wiggle it over towards the left-hand side with a C shape. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. Slowly bringing it back, pushing into the heel, pushing into the toes. Coming all the way back to center, lifting up and the knee and the other side, extending and wiggling it over a little bit quicker. Breathing in, breathing out. You got it. Slowly bringing it back. A little work at the heel back and pushing into the toes. Inhale, lift, bending in the knee and bring it. Good. What we're going to do here is breathing in. We're going to reach up into that right hand, little twist. We're going to extend that arm, feel long, opening in the chest. How are you feeling in that side body? Opening it up from the top. Doing a little bit of that work as we wiggle to the side. Inhale, we're going to come down, thread the needle. If you feel more comfortable bringing the elbow down, you can kind of reach all the way through and drop it down. Just see what's going on in that upper body. If you can get the back of the arm down, shoulder drawing down, breathing in, maybe option here to reach out. You can have the fingertips kind of on the floor with the left hand, drawing both shoulders down. You might get a little bit of openness here, just see what's going on. Deep breath in and out. See if you notice where the breath is going. Draw both shoulders, squeeze the shoulders down in this position away from the ears. Good if you've taken that left hand out, walk the fingertips back in, plant the hand down like a little strong foundation. Inhale, we're going to open it wide. Good. Can you just see we're waking up the body in these positions? Inhale and exhale, bringing the palm down. Nice work. Other side. Inhale, let's lift it up. So opening up, really kind of working that hip to the side, opening in the chest, draw the shoulder down. Over, extend, draw the head back. Inhale. And as we exhale, slowly coming down. So option to bring the elbow down and reach forward, or option to reach all the way through if you feel that it feels comfortable. Draw the shoulder down. So we don't want to kind of squish the shoulder up. The shoulder wiggles down and away, pushing that arm down. We're opening up a little bit in that shoulder girdle. That right hand, maybe it walks up. I'm going to avoid spilling my drink. Maybe fingertips up. And then they don't just stay there, we work. So watch. Bicep rolls out and shoulder down. You can see a little bit better from this angle. As we breathe in and breathe out, we work to draw the shoulders down, waking up a little bit in that upper body. As we sink down, you might feel a little bit in the hips if you think about pushing the tailbone away a little bit. Nice. 1, 3. See where that breath takes you. Deep breath in. Where's the stretch taking you to? And one, feeling good today. Slowly walk that hand back in towards you. Bringing the palm down, lifting it up. Slowly wiggle out. And bringing the hand down. Amazing. Good. Coming back to tabletop. We're going to do it again, but just a little quicker. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, swinging it through. Yogi's choice where you thread the needle and arm extended. Draw the shoulders down. Now I'm going to give you a little extension in this one. You can stay here, or you can also take that left hand. As you take the left hand and lift it up, what you're doing is you're pushing the back of that right hand down. The shoulder's still drawing down. You might open up a little bit more. Maybe your head is able to turn a little bit more up towards the direction of the ceiling. You might be able to take the left hand and tuck it in. Draw the shoulder back. Again, maybe opening up that upper body again, as we spoke about, working a little bit into the shoulders, finding that stress relief. Breathing in and out. Don't worry if that's not here. Bring the hand back down where we had it earlier. Always good. Inhale, reaching up, bringing the palm down, lift it back up. A little twist. How you doing? Bringing it down to the side, lifting up. Good. A little quicker as we draw down. We're reaching through. Good. And finding your space and your thread the needle. So again, option to stay here, option to walk that hand out, or the right hand can come up. So the way it looks, we push. So notice my left hand, I'm pushing into that hand so that I can rotate my body a little bit more towards the ceiling. You can keep the hand lifted here, or you can tuck the hand back and open the chest. So we're going to draw both shoulders down and away still, that same little game. Opening up in the chest, into the shoulders, the back body. Feel the breath as it moves down to the belly, all that healthy, good stuff for us, right? It's nourishing every cell. And just let go, get lost in the movement. It's an hour just for you. Amazing. Inhale, reaching up, slowly bringing it down, pushing it down. Inhale, lifting up. Beautiful little twist, palm down. Good. Inhale, taking those knees wide this time. Let's say good morning to the hips a little bit and slowly sink down. Good. Come down to the elbows. It's fine if your tailbone's a little bit more lifted. You need to take the knees in a little bit. That's fine. And sink down. Good. Inhale and exhale. Nice little way to warm up the body. To see where we're feeling tight. Breathing in and out. Just releasing the tightness and tension and stress that we're holding. Everybody's holding it for different reasons. Sometimes just no reason, just being human. But the magic in this practice is that you notice it, you find it, we get to breathe through it, we get to escape. And just take some time on us in our breath and our movement. Breathe. Keep it going too. And beautiful. Inhale, pushing all the way up in the chest. See how that feels. And slowly peel ourselves up out of that one, like a child's pose. Coming back up. You've got it. Good. Inhale, we're going to extend our right leg. Good. We're just going to lift up, drawing in from our core. We don't want it to be too high. What we want to focus on, though, is that the hip draws down. The right hip's down. We draw in from our core, so we're not arching the spine at all. We're drawing in. And all we do when I'm thinking about that center, it's just about that supports us in getting that long body. And then from here, we're going to lift the leg just a little bit. So we don't want to open the toes at all. We want to drop the hip down, squeeze those inner thighs together, and feel that little bit of strength and length. We're going to hold here. Breathing in and breathing out. See how that feels? Thinking about your core, maybe walking the fingertips of that left hand out, up to you. Maybe finding the balance, maybe extending the arm, just holding here. Up to you. We're going to hold and breathe, relaxing in the face, feeling a little bit of balance, dropping the hip down. Feeling long, feeling strong. Keep staying there. Use your core if you feel like the back is dipping. Draw in, breathe. 2 and 1. Bring the hand down, drawing in that knee. Draw the knees in towards the nose. Arch. hold here a little bit, knee drawing in, pull the shoulder blades apart and knee comes down. Lovely. Inhale, let's extend. So the left leg, we're drawing the left hip down, move the chest, draw forward. Remember, we're not dipping in the belly. Draw in, nice flat back, and then we lift. We're not looking for it to be high. We're looking for it to be dropped down, the hips drawing down, toes facing down, inner thighs squeezing, really strong. Remember, you're welcome to stay here. We're holding it for a little while today. Find your nice steady breath. Don't hold the breath. Awesome. If you want to play with balance, you're welcome to. You can wiggle the fingers forward. Maybe that feels good today. Maybe we extend. Remember, we're going to hold it. We're thinking about our core here, the length, actually extending, finding that long spine, working into the center of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Find a nice steady breath, soft breath. Try not to hold it. Relax in the jaw and the face. Noticing the body maybe wiggling a little bit. 3. Balancing for you. 2. And 1. Top hand comes down. Bending in the knee. Good. We're drawing the knee in towards the nose. Nice arch. See how that feels as we push into the hands, nose to knee. We're just holding a little bit in that crunch today. A little bit of stretch in the spine. The shoulders. Beautiful. Bringing that knee down. Good. Inhale. We're going to sink down into our child's pose. Arms extend nice and active in our child's pose. Fingers wide. Rotate the biceps out and down away from the ears. Get that lovely stretch in the upper body. Draw the shoulders down. Chin up. Feels good drawing in or looking down. 3. Inhale and exhale. 2. And 1. Lovely. Peel the body up, little cat. Roll the body into your cow, just working into this and back to center. Nice and strong. You're going to find the same position. If you need to make any little adjustments with the hands or come to the fists, do so. We're going to do it again. Extending. Hip draws down, drawing in from your core, and we lift. We fold, looking forward, nice and soft. So don't hold the breath here. Really focus on relaxing in the face. You choose whether you want to add in that balance, extending, lifting the hand. Just holding here, dropping the hip down, feeling strong and long. Soften in the breath. Hold it. Feeling strong. If you feel like the chest is dipping forward, draw in for your core, strong in the middle. Nice one, everybody. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly bending in the knee. You can bring the hand down. You can bend the elbow in to meet the knee and then bring the hand down. We're going to hold here in our little arch. Good. 3. Exhale. 2. And 1. Good. The knee comes down. Amazing. Inhale. Nothing we've not done before, but just in a few new ways, just to find that strength. Inhale, lifting up, drop the hip down and hold. Toes facing down, chest facing up. We don't want the dipping. So where my chest is, this is not necessarily what we want. Watch, I'm drawing in my belly in, and then I'm going to push into my hands and find that length. The chest draws forward, the hip draws down. That's where we're at. Small little subtle movements make such a difference in that kind of elongation of the spine. Walking the fingertips forward if you want. If you notice that you're dipping, think about the core. You're using those core muscles to help you balance. Good. We don't want any back pain here, so bring the hand down if you need that support. Breathe. Relax in the jaw, soften in that forehead. Beautiful. Breathe. 2. And 1. Hand comes down. You can bend the elbow in if you want to meet the knee. You're welcome to take it like a little crunch if the balance feels there. And then bring the hand down, draw the nose in towards the knee. Feel that arch, the pull across the shoulder blades. Knee drawing in that cat pose, and the knee comes down. Inhale. Active child's pose. Maybe extending the hands out a little bit further. Fingers nice and wide. Rotate. So we want the bicep rotating out and down. Chin draws in. Just feeling that little bit of work here. Breathing in and out. It's fine if the chest is lifted. Also fine if you want to lay the body down onto the mat. To you in your child's pose. 3, 2, and 1. Just a nice way to get into that upper body a little bit. Inhale, slowly tuck the tailbone under, finding the cat pose. And find a little cow. When we draw in and find that lovely flat back, tuck those back toes. We're going to arch the back and lift up to your first downward dog. We've not done much yet in the backs of the legs. We're going to work here. So bend those knees, pushing into the hand, and maybe take a little wiggle. It should feel a little tighter than usual, because usually before we get to our first downward dog, done a little bit of work here, but we've only worked into the calf muscle, not too much into those hamstrings, swinging those hips. Good. Breathe with me in and out. Really feel the push into the toes. Feel the stretch into the feet. Focus there. And what do you need from this to start? Swinging those hips. Drawing in from the core. Just use downward dog whatever way you need. That first one is always a little bit of a high body, the whole body stretch. So take it as you need it. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We're going to come with the feet hip distance, come up to the tops of the toes, bend the knees, and just step or hop. Always a stepper at the start. Bring the feet hip distance and hang out, just while the body's still tight and a little bit stiff. Just hanging out here. Going to wake up those hammies. We're going to shift the weight towards that left foot and see if you can extend a little bit in the right. It's going to be tighter than some of our other days, one of our first little stretches. So we're using this to get in there. Just breathe. And out, bending both knees. Good. We're going to shift the weight towards the right leg. You can extend a little bit in the left. You can't see all that well from this angle, but just thinking about that left leg, extending it a little bit. Never locking the knee, but just a little bit of a hello to that hammy. Bend the knees. And straighten against that right leg. Just see. Even if you do a little pulse, it's just the leg is going to do for you. Telling you that we're here. We're going to help you release, bending in the knee, shift to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Bending in the knees, slowly draw the nose in. We're going to find our halfway lift. Yogi's choice, whatever feels good so far. Maybe a halfway lift is a great place to start. Breathing in, slowly coming way back up. You got it. Let's roll the shoulders up and back. Chest open. Good. Give it a little wiggle. That is our little warm up. So have a little drink for us. Beautiful. It's nice to kind of start in child's pose. Sometimes change it up. Hopefully the body feels a little bit like you've had a nice stretch so far. Oh, cheers, my beautiful friends. I don't know what it is about hot drink paired with yoga. It just feels right, doesn't it? Shimmy my mat. Sometimes just floor it. Folds a little bit. We'll meet you at the front of your mat. We're going to get a little bit more into those hamstrings, a little more into the upper body. But again, all little bits of the body are going to get that beautiful stretch today so that we're set for our day. Just going to lift that up a little bit. Beautiful. So let's find our Tadasana. Feet hip distance. I quite like that. Feels good. Toes slightly turned in and the tailbone tucked under. Draw in from your core. Beautiful. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Drop them back. Chest is open. Chins to the center. Maybe look up. And as you exhale, draw the chin down and slightly in as you work those shoulders down. Good. Hands coming wide. Inside the body, breathing in. And breathing out. We're really working to tuck that pelvis. You can feel the lower part of the body really tense in. I want you to feel almost as if like you're lifting the kind of what they call the quads. Perfect. Nice and strong in that lower body. Good. Inhale. Let's get into those hammies. Inhale. We're going to reach up. We're going to take that lovely hinge and hold. We're going to bring the fingertips together and reach forward. Good. So feel that chest drawing forward. Feel the legs extending. It's fine if the knees are bent a little bit. Absolutely fine if you dip that tailbone up. Hello to those hamstrings. 3. Draw the shoulders down. Lift the hands up just a little if you can. 2. And 1. Slowly bringing it down. Exhale. Draw the chin in. Good. Find your version of a halfway lift. If it feels good to bring the hands up to the legs, elbows in, chest drawing forward, tailbone lifting, stay there. If it feels okay, you want to play with fingertips forward, remembering that we don't want the hips dipping back, back, back. We want that chest drawing forward as the legs extend. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Softening in the face. Bend the knees deep, scoop it wide. Beautiful. And tuck under in the pelvis, drawing strong into that beautiful mountain pose. Exhale. Awesome. Another little one. Let's take that lovely foundational pose in our hinge. Always seems so small, but these ones are just so powerful. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hinging forward, reaching forward. Maybe fingertips coming together, reaching forward, chest draws forward. Good. Try not to lock the knees though. Little micro bend there. We lift the arms up. Can you feel that extension of the chest? Whole body stretch. So healthy for us. 3, 2, and 1. Bend those knees down. Holding the chin in. Feel that lovely little bit of a forward fold. Just soak it up and enjoy it today. Inhale, finding your halfway lift. What feels good? Where do you want to be? We don't want to sink back in those hips if you've got fingertips forward though. Just check in. Draw in from the core. Chest draws forward. Wherever you are, just relax the neck. Make sure the neck feels long rather than tilted up or in too far. Using this as a lovely little marker to get into those hammies in the back body. Bend those knees. Inhale, scooping it up. A little back bend. And exhale, tuck in under, drawing in from the pelvis. Beautiful. We're going to bring the hands on the hips. We want just a small step back. So the feet are still parallel. And we want them, I like to imagine them like on train tracks. We're going to bend the knee and take one step back. Not too big, not quite a lunge. We're going to bring it back and so that you feel comfortable with the foot on the mat and the hips still facing forward. So it can be, you don't want it too close. You might not feel the stretch as much, but just a little bit wider. Yeah. Find what feels good so you feel balanced and the hips are drawn forward in this position. Good. Inhale and exhale. We're going to lean forward with the chest. Good. So remember with that right hip, thinking about when we were on the floor, we're drawing that hip forward. Yeah. And slowly draw the chest forward. You're going to start to feel it. Don't lock that front knee, but extend as you can. The chest draws forward. The hands can come down on the top of the leg. Don't push into the knee ever or the lower part of the leg. You're feeling that length. Taking your gaze down. Beautiful. We're working a little bit into our pyramid pose here. You also have the option to bring the hands down and the chest forward. Still working to draw this. The big game here is, can you work that right hip forward and the left hip back? Draw the chin down. Relax in the neck. You work into that front part of the leg. How's that feeling for you? Just sinking a little bit into that pose. Inhale and exhale. Relax in the face for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to bend into the front knee. Inhale, slowly lifting up from the chest, hands onto the hips. Then we're going to turn the back foot so that it faces the long edge. We're going to wiggle the front foot a little bit further forward just to get a little bit more into that inner part of the hamstring. Good. Inhale, straightening the front leg, our little triangle, trikonasana. Arms come wide. Inhale, we don't want the tailbone sticking out, so tuck under. Breathing in, lining up those middle fingers. And when you're ready, this time we're reaching forward. You're letting that hip really dip. So allow the hip to dip so you get that lovely work, that inner part of the hamstring. When you're reaching and lifting, then bring the hand down. Now, if it just meets the knee, we don't want to push there. See if you can bring it a little bit lower or even higher. That's fine. As long as you're still letting that soften, let the hip dip so you get that lovely work in that inner thigh. Feel strong in that upper body. If you're a little bit further, that's fine. Notice, is your chest turning forward? Can you open the chest to the side? Can you draw that right shoulder back? Good. You feel like the hand can go a little bit lower, that's fine. But see if you can, again, instead of turning the shoulder in, can you keep the body turning? Draw in from your core. Feel that length. It's not necessarily about how far the hand goes. It's just about feeling that stretch for you. Good. Anyone wants to take the top hand up, you absolutely can. Maybe take your gaze up. Please don't feel like you need to if the neck is sore. Bring the fingertips to the mat. 3, 2. Try not to squeeze, let go, and 1, slowly bending a little bit into the front knee and coming all the way up into that lovely warrior. Inhale, bending into the knee. See how that feels. So tucking under. Notice if you can get any little bit of an extra stretch here. Feel again, we don't want to collapse and make our body feel long. And pulling up from the top of the head, drawing in from your core, shoulders down, and see how you feeling in your warrior 2 today. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, leaning forward. See how that feels working into those hammies. That's our little end game. Take a little check in with that knee. Hand down, opening the shoulder. Don't hold it as long as before. You choose where you want the hands, or the body feels good today. 3. Listen, everyone. 2. And 1. Bending a little in that front knee, coming all the way up. Inhale, sink in. See how that feels for you today. 3, 2. And 1, slowly coming back up. We're going to turn the toes inwards. So maybe wiggling them in slightly so you feel a bit more balanced. You find that lovely little kind of V shape that suits you. Toes in. Let's lean forward. How does that feel? What's going on in the glutes, the back body? Those back hammies. This is such a good one for all of it hanging out. Maybe bringing the fingertips forward, noticing the tightness here. Just hanging out, leaning into it a little bit. Good. It's up to you if you want to stay, if you want to play with it. You bring the palms in and push the palms in to the mat as you bend into the elbows, draw the chin through. It's also fine. Just want to hang out today. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Good. We're going to walk the fingertips forward. Flat back, make sure there's no dizziness, hands on the hips, use your core to squeeze and lift back and under. Beautiful. We're going to wiggle the heels in. We're going to turn to the other side of the mat. So we're going to just wiggle the body over. What I want you to do is turn the back toes. So that's going to be your left toes. They're going to face the long edge of the mat, and your right toes are going to face the short edge. We're going to take it backwards this time to move back in. So we're going to go from triangle pose. So nice long stance. You know where you're at, heel roughly in line with the middle of that back foot. Inhale, reaching out. And as we exhale, tuck under in that pelvis, just feeling that little bit of length. Good. From here, we're going to reach forward. Let that back hip dip. Reach, reach, reach. See how that feels. It might feel different on this side, that first one. Bring the top hand onto the hip. Just see how you're at. This might be exactly where you stay. I 100% feel it here. So remember not to take too much of a hyperextension in the knee, lifting in the chest. Maybe see if we can rotate. Maybe our little thought today is rotating that left shoulder so that we open the body more to the side. Good. If you feel like the body's comfortable going a little bit deeper, you can. Lower part of the leg though, but keeping that chest open. You hold, feel light with the hand rather than really pushing. Feel heavy, light. You're drawing up from the top of the head, strong in your core. Maybe lifting up. Play with Trikonasana, triangle pose. And maybe drawing it down a little further or fingertips down if the body allows it. Don't worry. You play with what feels good today. Good. We're going to bend in the front knee. Use your core coming all the way up. Good. Thinking about our warrior 2. Inhale. You need to make any adjustments. Draw in from your core, shoulders down, line those middle fingers up, and love a little sink down. How does it feel today? No, leaning forward. I was just leaning forward, caught myself, draw that body back. Shoulders down. Inhale, straightening that front leg. Leaning forward. Good. Getting into that lovely little niggly bit of the hamstring. Again, we don't want the hand on the knee, anywhere below or above. Top hand on the hip, opening it wide. You choose where you want to be with the hands and the body. Breathe with me wherever you are. Just find what feels good. Release in, hold in, opening that chest. Make sure the neck feels covered. If it feels too much, looking up, look forward or down. That is always up to you to play with. See what feels good. 3, 2, 1. A little bend into that front knee. And coming back up to our warrior two. Good. Inhale, drawing in from your core. And exhaling, sinking down. Again, when we sink down, we're not sinking heavy. We're feeling like lift from the top of the head, drawing in from the core. It's like the upper body's pulling and the lower body's grounding. Good, feeling strong. Inhale, slowly coming all. Good. Beautiful. We're going to bend the knee. Wiggle that back foot in slightly. And then see if you can just turn to face the back edge of the mat. Good. Feet hip distance to start. Inhale. And exhale. Let it go. Good. This time the left foot steps back a little bit. Feet on train tracks. Good. You've got the hips facing forward. Remember when we did that movement on the floor, when we extended the leg, that length in the spine, we're drawing that hip forward. You kind of feel that. Good. That's where we're working. We never want to have a lock in that knee. Make sure you that back leg, both knees are always kind of comfy. Save hips forward. Good. Inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. And exhale, sink forward with the chest. Remember, we're drawing that left hip forward, right hip back as we move. And look down. We don't want any pain here in the neck. Notice tight on this side for me, so I'm going to slowly move. Maybe bring the hands onto the top of the leg. Chest draws forward, neck soft. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Hip drawing back. Maybe hands on the lower part of the leg as you draw the chest forward. See what feels good to you. And also you have the option to bring the hands on either side of that front foot. Draw the chin in. Good. Wherever you are working, left or right hip back, left hip forward. Breathing here, trying to get that tailbone to lift up, getting that beautiful stretch in the front of that leg. Feel that release. It's stress leaving the body. Staying there a little longer. 3, 2, and 1. Good little bend into that front knee, slowly coming all the way up with the hands on the hips. Take the back foot and step forward. Good. Tadasana on the other direction. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Drop the shoulders back. Let's bring the hands down. Tuck under in the pelvis. Feel strong in the core. Shoulders down, chin in. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Just feeling that strength, feeling the release in the legs, little tingle. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. We're going to roll the shoulders up and back. Beautiful. When you're ready, just bend the knees. You slowly just find a little bit of our drink and come back to the middle. We're going to get a little bit more into that upper body. Good. Beautiful job, guys. I really hope you're starting to feel that release. Nice whole body stretch. Cheers. From here, we're going to face forward and face the screen if you want a little bit easier. We'll move into our next bit of our sequence. Let's get into those shoulders, guys. So we're going to start with that upper body, neck, shoulders, back body, just feeling it. We're going to use our Garudasana arms. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms wide. And exhale, we're going to take that left hand on top. Okay? We're going to bring the hands around, give yourself a hug. Good. So there's no obligation. Sometimes I do this with children. Sometimes I do this with all-aged adults. It's different for everybody. This might feel enough. You might feel really tight in that upper body. And then inhale, lifting the elbows might be great. If you're a little bit more open, you can bring the backs of the hands together, maybe wiggling around. So you might be able to totally spiral them. And it might mean that you could bring that left hand in and maybe touch the palms or a finger. Fine if you don't. So here, here, or here. Right. You know the game. Inhale, we're going to lift the elbows up. Good. Drop the shoulders down. Good. The shoulders really working away from the ears. That release in that upper body. You feel like you're in the back body. Inhale. And exhale, drop the shoulders down. breathing in slowly, maybe bringing the backs of the hands together, moving around if that feels good. Feel like and it's a little bit second limits your elbows, drop the shoulders down. Your upper shoulders down 3, 2, and slowly lift the hands out. Sometimes we'll just up, out, and back. Blow out and back. And we'll see if you can get it. Can you guys, oh, can you hear me now? Oh, I'm so pleased you said. You copying me, bless you, but can you hear me now? Beautiful. Sorry about that, team. I think that's amazing. Oh, perfect. Sorry about the little techie things today. I appreciate it. Everyone's still with me though. Cheers. I really appreciate it. Ah, what's going on? My internet's just a bit funky. Who knows, right? Not very often does it happen, but I appreciate you still being online with me. Beautiful. Drop the neck back to center and over back to center. Good. I'm going to take it to the side, keeping the chest open. See how that feels and hold. One side, doesn't matter which way it is. You can take the other hand onto the hip. You can reach up towards the ceiling, or you can take a little deeper side stretch. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming all the way back up. And drop the shoulders down the other side. Reaching over. How does that feel? Top hand. Maybe reaching over to the other side. Oh, see how that feels. Breathing in and breathing out. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly coming all the way back up. Good. Inhale. And exhale, fingertips forward, just slowly walking the hands forward, chest leads. Doesn't matter how far you go. See how that feels. It might feel a lot. You might feel like you can get the elbows down. Relax the hands on the fists. You might be able to bring them down a little bit further. How does that feel? Breathing in and out. Just settling a little bit into that last little work in those hammies. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Lifted. Amazing. Good. Bringing the hands on the inside of those knees, bringing the feet together. Good. And lifting tall. Wiggle those knees a little bit wider, opening them like a book. Seeing if you can just get a nice lift in the chest. Drawing forward, reaching down. Again, the knees feel tight, the hips feel tight, no problem. Just take a moment here to breathe in and breathe out, just sitting a little bit there. Inhale, exhale, drop the shoulders down. Maybe drop the chin down as well. See how that feels a little bit into the neck. Breathe. Then coming to a nice upright position, sitting whatever way feels good. If cross-legged feels good, that kind of lovely little upright position, whatever feels good to you. We're going to lean forward with the chest, roll the body to the right and around. Find that little flow. We're not quite doing those Kundalini circles. We're using the circles. We also, no matter kind of where you work, it ends up whole body. We did lots of work at the hammies, a little bit of work in that upper body. We did also touch upon the kind of back body, lower back. Take those circles. 3, 2, deep breath with me, and 1. Next time you're in the middle, we're going to roll the other direction. Good. See how it goes. Now this feels good. Back, the spine, lower back, the hips. 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way forward. Little hold, hands back to a nice upright position for me. Inhaling and slowly exhaling out. Good. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders down. Amazing. All right, let's get that little relaxation in the face. I'll come a little bit closer and we'll find our beautiful Shavasana. I think that's working a bit better, isn't it? I'm sorry, guys, for the techie stuff. Hopefully we're all good. You can hear me, you can see me. All right. All right, so we're going to take our pointer finger and our middle finger. We're going to bring it in between the eyebrows, and we're just going to take that little roll. You can kind of feel the skin, feel Maybe I always find it's so much tighter in the winter, the cooler weather. Maybe you can feel they've moisturized this morning. Maybe it's already sunk into the skin. Don't feel shy to push a little bit again. Even as you move into that the up and around the eyebrow, it feels really nice to give yourself that little bit of a release. Good. We're gonna come in between the eyebrows and just push up. Really nice getting into that third eye, little massage here. Inhale and exhale. A little reminder just to let go a little bit. Amazing. Good. And then from here, we're going to move up and around and into those temples. Find some circles. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. And then can we push up into the scalp? Feels good. Up and in. Nice one. You play with how you want to do that, how far you want it to go. Feel that release. You can just feel the head, the tightness, releasing. Feel that little bit of work moving around, maybe into the back. Whatever feels right to you, just listen. Amazing. Inhale. And slowly exhaling. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. And noticing any sort of impact of that. Again, last bit here. If you wanted, we can make circles on the top of the nose, down. Maybe moving in around the cheekbone. Your choice. Have a little feel around if you want to go back to anything else that felt really good, maybe into the scalp. This is your chance to just get into the face. Seems so small, but actually so powerful. We hold so much in this space, this area, the tightness, the thinking, the worry. It's so powerful just to stop and just give that little bit of space and time. Breathing in with me and breathing out. I want you just to drop the shoulders down. Close the eyes. Maybe let the outer edges of the mouth curl up, a little smile. Thank you for sticking with me through my little technical glitches. Just sitting in this moment and noticing how you feel at the end of your practice today. If there's any shift, just bottle it up. And if not, no worries. Well done to you anyways for coming to the mat. Moving, stretching, breathing, releasing, taking time out for you. Just to get to know the body today, get to know the body this morning. Be good to yourself. I invite you to find your favorite Shavasana pose now. This is your space and time. Go lay back. Take whatever time you need. Take whatever space in the room. Really take up space. Arms wide, legs wide. Grab a blanket. Get your creature comforts in your home around you. Grab the pillow that's maybe within arm's reach. Tuck it under your knees or behind your head and just give yourself whatever you need just to be as cozy as possible this morning. We truly lean into this cozy season. Relax. Allow yourself to melt down, softening in the forehead. Just releasing any tightness that you're holding still in the face, tracing down the forehead, releasing the creases of the eyes, separating the teeth, and just let it go. Allow everything to feel soft. The back body melts into the floor, just soaking up the stillness you deserve. After that, be full of time, connecting and resetting in the body. Allow the shoulders to soften, relaxing from the shoulders to the elbows to the wrists, releasing in the hands. Relaxing from the hips to the knees to the ankles, the whole of the lower body and the legs. We allow the feet to let go, maybe tracing big toe to baby toe on each side. Just begin to mount, enjoying the softness, the quiet, the stillness. Allow yourself just to sink, reset, just be. I wish for you as we move into this colder season, which I often send your way, may you be happy. Whatever that is, find it, seek it, soak into it, whether it's a really mindful moment as you sip your warm drink. Maybe it's reading that book that's been sat collecting dust. Maybe just getting into the first page of it and seeing what happens. So it's the people you're around. Reach out, connect, and really soak up what makes you truly happy. May you be healthy. In a season where the autumn means the winter, we're often not always feeling our best. Just continue to take those vitamins, drink that water, seek the sleep that you need. Ask for help if you're not feeling your best self. My wish for you is may you be healthy. Finally, may you ride those waves, whatever comes, knowing you truly have the strength to get through anything. You already have, and you continue to do so. As we finish, slowly coming to the end of November. It's crazy how fast the time flies. A month upon us before we meet 2026. And really just soak up some of your favorite things. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you ride those waves knowing you've got everything you need to tackle the bad stuff. Peace and love, my beautiful friends. Stay as long as you want into your Shavasana, where I wish you an incredible Sunday, whatever it brings. Soak up the coziness, smell of the food that you're cooking today, the crispness outside if you make your way at any pace to the car, even if you're just enjoying being inside, just soak it up. All my love. See you next week. Thank you for your patience as well. Big love.